Hey everyone, to Guang's Adventure, and today taking my son to get a haircut. Now, I didn't really mention it throughout the week to him, because if I did, then he would have asked multiple times a day, every day leading up to it, how many sleeps is it going to be until we go, and things like that. And I'm fortunate to be able to take him to a hairdresser for this kind of thing, but unfortunately there isn't one in town. We do have a lot of barbers, but none of them really specialize in kids' haircuts. So I usually will go to this place that's 40 minutes out of town, but we do like the hairdresser and the work that they do, and it is a place specifically for kids, or I think even teens can go as well. But that's where we're off to today. I just worked a half day, didn't have school today, so kind of worked out that I would get him there. I typically go on the weekends, but the hairdresser that we like, she's off this whole week and everything like that, or this weekend, so today just kind of worked out that we decided we would go then. And yeah, with that, even speaking of haircuts, I've only ever gone to a barber once in my life, actually, and it was gonna be for me going to my cousin in California's wedding, and that didn't end up happening, so it's kind of unfortunate that I ended up having my haircut for that, because it did cost $40. To me that was a lot of money just for a haircut for something simple that I've always just done. But I did leave with a smile on my face, looking at my reflection in the mirror. Perhaps that's just because it was the first time I ever had a haircut from a barber before. Maybe it was something like that, and I just really liked how it looked, but really no different than when I'm having it done myself. And growing up, my mom, she always cut our hair, my brother and I. She would, use scissors. As we got older and more things came out, she would use hair clippers, and then she might touch up areas with scissors and things like that. And when I moved out on my own to be out west and everything, I would use my own hair clippers that I bought, and with that I would then have my wife help out, especially in the back or something like that, if I couldn't see, to make sure it kind of lined up well or looked okay in the back. So she would do that for me. And who knows, maybe someday in the future I'll end up cutting my son's hair, or my wife will help out as well, and we will use clippers and things like that too. But for now, we are excited to head to the haircut place, and once he gets his fresh cut, he'll also get a balloon and a lollipop. But that is going to do it for now. I'll post a little video maybe, or a photo, once he gets his haircut. As you can kind of see in the back here, a little bit of him. His hair is quite long and bushy, and with him graduating preschool next week, just want to make sure that he's got a nice cut for that, and then also is just kind of ready as the weather starts to warm up. So we made it about 5 minutes early, which is good. I was a little bit worried about traffic, but unfortunately my son seemed to get a bit sick in the car and decided to vomit everywhere in the back. So not super great, but we do have his backpack with him, so we do have spare clothes that he would have had in a school bag. So I have to swap into that real quick and then hurry and get inside. Okay, well, luckily we had spare clothes. I didn't have spare undies though, but yeah, this is just what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna go get your haircut still, alright? You excited? Hopefully it still goes well. Well, we finished the haircut, so he got 2 balloons and 2 suckers. He asked if he could get one for his sister, and the nice hairdress lady was like, sure, you can take an extra sucker and a balloon. So that is very nice of him to ask for those for his sister. Said she usually gets one, but my wife and daughter are still at home sleeping, so we're gonna head out, and yeah, I'm gonna have to clean the car when I get back, at least some of that, because of the vomit is in some places. So fun times, but I think the haircut looks pretty good, so glad we went and got that done. So we're on our way back home now. The trip back a little bit crazy. He ended up needing to vomit again. I luckily had a bag for some stuff, so we emptied that out so he could use that. But the road work coming into town is pretty crazy right now. They have like a whole section shut down for a lane as they're working on things, and right before that started up, one of our favorite local coffee shops is like right there, so I just decided I'd stop and get coffee and then take the back roads home. So I'm far out on a back road that we typically like to take, so doing that, and I gotta pick up a couple groceries before I head back. But one thing, even with him making the car dirty, it's fine. My car's been due to be cleaned. I just haven't gotten around to it forever. I think the last time I probably actually detailed or cleaned my car was probably when my mom had visited, and that was a couple of years ago. So definitely due in for a cleaning, and then in the back, just as kids have had drinks and snacks and things along those lines, definitely needs to be cleaned too. So I suppose that's what I'll be doing this afternoon, and hopefully the car looks nice afterwards. That's gonna do it for this video. So as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.